Welcome to Games Overboard. I'm PJ.
I'm Dan.
Howdy.
How?
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
I'm Woody. Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Listeners, for the first time in a long time, we have a cat with us.
What the hell?
And Dan cannot deal with this carpet.
I hate it.
You need to... Something needs to change. He argues with that damn thing.
Maybe I should just sit on that side.
The seating arrangement.
I think that's what is just gonna have to
We're
happen.
fine. We're fine.
Are we?
No, but we'll deal with it.
So starting off with some gaming news.
Yaw.
Stonemeyer Games has a new game coming.
Hells yeah.
It's called Apiary. It's a worker placement game about bees in space.
Yes.
Yeah.
They become the what is it?
The dominant species.
Dominant species, yes.
Because it's like millions of years in the future and humans are gone. And so bees take over.
They're out there with the butts.
Those damn evil
We call
butts.
bees in space instead of butts in space.
The
Well, that's
cool,
just stingers.
the really cool thing about it.
Bees and butts in space.
So I haven't read through the whole rulebook yet, but like,
Why not?
gosh.
Brand new.
So, two neat things. One, you haven't played Charterstone yet, but Charterstone has this neat thing like when you have a worker on a spot, usually that spot is blocked and you can't go there, right? In this, if someone's in a spot you want, you just put your worker there and bump them off. And they get their worker back.
Dastardly.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great game for two of you to play.
Yep. The other cool thing is you can upgrade your bee. So it's like a cube, and each side has like a number on it.
Okay.
And so the bee can become more powerful, and like Dinosaur Island, it can do new things with higher powers and stuff like that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Do you want to know a super cool fact about Jimmy Stegmeyer?
Not really, but you're going to tell us anyway.
Actually makes me really proud,
Oh, dear God.
but also sad. So he actually hates coffee, which I can't possibly fathom.
No, I agree with him. Coffee
Yeah,
sucks.
I agree with
I
him.
love coffee. He says it tastes like dirt.
It does.
But he said that his favorite place to go in a grocery store is the coffee aisle because it smells
awesome.
so good.
Yep.
Yeah. He said you could eat any kind of food in that aisle and it would just, be wonderful because you're adding to with the smell of the coffee. So he can't drink it, but he thinks that aisle is the best aisle of all the aisles.
I can't drink it because I can't, but I do agree that the smell
we
of
don't
coffee.
want you to die, so please don't
The
drink
smell of
coffee.
coffee is
I
awesome.
don't like the taste. I don't really like the smell.
What? Some days I miss coffee. There are some days.
They're there. Just don't drink any. Oh,
Yeah.
I bought pumpkin spice coffee.
I saw it.
And I got a pumpkin spice candle going upstairs.
And pumpkins.
And
On the dining
pumpkins on the
table.
dining table. I agree.
You got to be careful. You're going to overload yourself with pumpkin.
No. That doesn't happen for her.
Oh, it's going to happen.
Watch yourself. I don't need that kind of negativity in my life.
Go
Oh,
check yourself.
How long have you known me? I'm nothing but negativity. Like Jared once asked, why are you so negative all the time? Because if I wasn't, I wouldn't be grounded. He hated that.
All right, so another question for everyone.
Uh-huh.
Well, maybe not for you two because you haven't played it. Jamie Stegmeyer posted on the Expeditions Facebook page that in the new expansion that's coming, 2 mechs are coming.
Okay.
But also the mech mats that we have, he can make them dual layered. So like, the things don't move around and all that.
I would love that.
The problem is they be so thin that guaranteed they will warp.
Ah, fuck.
But if they warp, that means it's easier to slide things underneath them because the paper's warped. So he's like, so what do you want? I'll listen to you guys. Like, would you rather, have 7 and, like right now we have 5 mech mats for the different players.
Right.
He's like, would you rather 7 dual layered ones come in the expansion box that will warp, but they're dual layered, or do you want the expansion to come with 2 regular sized mech mats that won't warp, but they're not dual layered?
Personally, I would like to have just the regular. That way it matches.
That's what I said. Well, not because it matches, because like if we get the dual layered, like all 7 of them will come in the expansion box.
Yeah, but if it's going to be a matter of warpage and it might affect the gameplay, just go with what you already have.
Exactly, that's what I said.
No one likes things that warp.
And then
Unless we're doing the time warp again.
Oh, yes.
So when I responded to that Facebook thing, I said, like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But, is there going to be an ironclad version? Because I want Metal Mechs for the expansion. And he said, of course there will be.
Fuck yeah!
It's just a jump to the left.
And then a step to the right.
Woo!
Listeners, if you have the opportunity to listen to that or watch that movie live with like
a crowd
and people acting it out in front of you alongside with the movie, it's the greatest thing in the world. I hate that movie, but that is the greatest thing in the world.
I wouldn't say it's the best movie ever, but I just love Tim Curry.
Oh.
Well, Tim Curry is he's awesome in anything.
Of course.
But
I love the movie The Shadow.
God,
He's still my favorite
movie.
character in The Shadow. Even though he's like a sniveling wimp, I love him.
All right, one last thing, Dan.
Oh, God, no.
Dan, it's
No.
time. It's time, Dan.
Oh, God, no.
This one
I'm going to kill you.
is called Jumping from a Sixth Floor. Do you remember this one?
Yes.
Are you telling me to? Because I'll do it. I'll fucking do it the second you start uttering this. I will do it.
Look, it's only 2 sentences.
God damn it.
It's a short one.
Don't do it, Dan.
Like Shorty. A woman jumps from a windowsill on a 6th floor.
Uh-huh.
However, she's not injured in any way. How is this possible?
She was caught by the fire department.
No.
Come on, Dan. How could she not be hurt?
This guy, I mean, it's so goddamn obvious, and he just can't figure
Yes,
it.
says the guy who's like, I know the answer. That's not using the Lord's name in vain. We've gone over this. Using the Lord's name in vain is saying you're going to kill in the name of God. That's what that means, which is what the entire Crusades is all about, which is blasphemous.
Oh my god, shut up.
Those who don't learn from history are doomed to repeat it.
Speaking of history, we played a historical board game.
Fucking A, right?
Look at that segue.
Wow.
You're jealous.
Totally
I'm playing
unplanned,
bingo.
but, we're awesome that way.
They're so jealous.
They are jealous.
We just transitioned right into that.
Goddamn, so smooth.
No awkwardness at all.
Nah.
But why did she jump?
Exactly. Why wasn't she injured? From the 6th-story
So
window.
many questions.
I'm not even going to try. Okay?
From the 6th-story window.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
She jumped. Why would she jump?
I don't
Get
care.
away from you.
She heard about this podcast.
God, these idiots, they just talk about
Games
games.
overboard. I'll show you over something.
Over this windowsill.
over
This windowsill.
So, our game this evening, today,
Week.
yes.
It's a weekly show.
Whatever.
You sure?
Usually.
My God, that child is loud.
Yeah, he had something.
That's a loud fur baby.
Oh, that's something too.
All right, so we played Memoir 44.
Yes. Played 2 scenarios of it.
We did. I lost, but it's probably good because I was the fucking Nazis.
Yeah.
Oof.
Both times.
And the second time I was like, oh, Dan's definitely going to win. He has 10 freaking units, like squads, versus my 6.
Yeah, I had 9 infantry units and a fucking tank squad.
And you still died.
Because you had air support, you son of a bitch.
He's a stupid.
This game is really neat. I've been dying to play this ever since you got it.
Oh, yeah, ever since it was given to me by Tom and Carrie.
I've been bugging the hell out of you to do this.
Yeah.
For 2 reasons. One, I
So
like
Tom and
war
Carrie
games.
from the Catacombs.
Yes, episode. One, I like history, and
Throw
2.
cookies away.
Oh, look what we forgot to put away.
Whoops.
And Carrie from the Well House Exorcism Eastern State Part 2, since she is an Eastern State expert.
Yes,
Shout out to my podcast.
that's right. We finished that one up a couple weeks ago. It was a lot of fun. All right, so Memoir 44 is a 2-player tactical skirmish game. And, it's Allies versus Axis. There are Pacific Theater ones as well, and all kinds of extra packs you can get for it and everything. But it's pretty darn easy to play. I thought it
is.
would be a lot more difficult.
Yeah, it looked it when we pulled out all the pieces. Your favorite word on this would be fiddly, but I don't find it fiddly.
Yeah,
It's
we
just-
decided it's not fiddly.
It's not fiddly. It's oh my god, I'm gonna hit you. I'm sorry. Did the devil go down to your place and try to, steal your soul? Is that what's going on?
No, it was a demon, and we got an exercise. Thanks for asking.
Ba-doom-ts.
We got a button for that.
We do actually. Well, I deleted it off the button. It's in there. It's in the system.
Is it the Kyle button now?
No.
No, that's Shanna's new theme song for her teacher podcast.
Oh,
Spilling the tea.
You want to hear it?
yeah.
And during that one, pause, I go,
I'm sorry. I feel like I should be watching Masterpiece Theater.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's what I was going for. Yeah,
I like it.
you had it almost timed perfectly, by the way.
thank you, I try.
Yeah.
Everyone changed, Mrs. Becker was one of them. He's touching me! We had so much fun throwing in things.
So the game is very historically accurate, which is very surprising for me, but also a big selling point.
Yeah. I didn't see that coming, actually.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be something where it's like, hey, here's a fictionalized version of this.
Yeah, or
thing.
Here's the beaches of Normandy. Fight.
Go, yeah.
But there's a little history lesson at the beginning of each scenario.
Holy shit, there's even online access here for this game. We got to try that.
Ooh.
So yeah, everything has, you've got every scenario. It gives you a layout of the map for both sides, and then it gives you the historical background of that campaign, or not campaign, but that specific operation.
Yep.
And it'll tell you exactly where you are now. Since it's the beaches of Normandy, you've got the beaches of Normandy, and then you've got further in the country of France.
Yeah.
For this game, anyway.
Yeah.
And you've got a map that is double-sided.
Yeah.
One side is just greenery, and then the other side, of course, is
the
your beach.
Son of my beach.
Son of a beach. Sorry, I'm just thinking of Lily Aldrin right now. You son of a beach.
I was thinking of the Italian that goes to New York.
Oh, God.
I don't even know that.
I don't even know the man.
You call me a son of a beach. It was the first joke your dad ever told us.
It's a good joke.
It's a great joke.
Wait, how old were you?
Oh, we were young.
Oh my gosh.
We were what?
I grew up with that joke.
We were 12?
Yeah.
When he told us
All
that.
right, I could tell it to Sophia.
And I knew that joke even younger than that.
Oh my god. That's good. Anyway.
I was 10 when Starship Troopers came out, and I watched that.
That was a great film.
It's one of my mom's favorites. She loved that movie.
That doesn't really surprise me.
She friggin' loved that movie.
I really, really hope she got the satire, though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
I don't know.
Oh, goodness. I loved your mom. She was great.
So, all right. Yeah, so the way the game works is you have the map is split into 3 sections,
Yes.
left, center, and right. And you have command cards that will either let you select, so many units in one of those sectors, or all of your units, or whatever. And so say command 2 units in the left flank, and so you can move them, you can attack, you can do all these different things with them, And so you're trying to earn medals, and
Right.
whoever gets X amount of medals first wins. Medals can be achieved by either eliminating an entire unit,
Asshole.
which is a unit is 4 troops or 3 tanks or
Right.
whatever. It's so many troops that always stay together and move around as a group.
Mhm.
And
Or or taking objectives.
Yeah.
The first mission that we did was taking
2 bridges.
taking 2 bridges.
Which I didn't know. So that's another thing about the whole historical part of it, is I had no idea that the Battle of D-Day, I knew that Airborne went in first.
Oh yeah.
I knew that. I did not know that the first mission
was to take those two
troops
bridges.
in gliders coming in. I knew gliders were used in the war. I just didn't know that, their objective was to take these two bridges. It makes sense because bridges are extremely valuable hold points.
Yep.
So it makes sense strategically and everything. I understand why they did it, but I didn't realize that was the first thing because, like...
We aren't taught that in high school.
Yeah, no, like Band of Brothers has the 501st, right? Or 505.
The 501st.
Yeah, and you see them dropping in before the storming of the beaches and all that, but you don't see the gliders. They don't mention taking the bridges. It's a different group of people doing a different thing.
Because that was primarily done by the British.
Yeah, and Band of Brothers is all the American side.
That's right. So you got to remember that you had D-Day, what everybody thinks of with the beaches of Normandy. That was mainly Americans and British.
Yeah, mostly British, I learned.
Everybody behind the lines were mainly British and, of course, French resistance. Mm-hmm. But Canada also had another part of the beach that they took.
Yep.
Even further up.
Yeah. But yeah.
Sorry.
You knew it was the Canadian beach because there was just a wave of, sorry.
Bam, bam. Hey, sorry about that there, bud. You might want to duck there a little bit.
Careful now. Oh, darn.
They're killing us with kindness.
Here are the Germans going, what the fuck's going on down there? Holy shit, did he just apologize for shooting at me? What the fuck? Oh, sorry about that there.
Sorry, Canadian listeners.
Kind of had it coming.
But, I was watching this YouTuber. He's a history professor, and he breaks down, like, historical movies and things like that. So I watched his Saving Private Ryan, and then I moved on to Band of Brothers.
Which one is it?
I don't freaking... Real History, but it's REEL.
Okay.
Real
I've
History.
seen him. I like, the other one that I like that does that is called History Buffs.
Yeah, I've seen some of their stuff.
With Nick Hodges.
And so,
he's
like,
pretty good. I like
yeah,
him.
so something he says, like, when Band of Brothers, or in Saving Private Ryan, he's like, there are, like, no British people on the beach. Instead, it'd probably be the other way around. Like, there are very few Americans in the initial wave of D-Day. It was mostly British forces, with a couple Americans sprinkled in.
Yeah, well, we were supposed to have a lot larger force, but most of the stuff that we brought in didn't make the trip.
Yeah, and so
Like
us being egocentric Americans, we have to put ourselves into everything, you know.
Yeah, that's like kind of the heart and soul of America. Egocentrism.
I know, right?
American exceptionalism, come on.
We use the word nationalism, thank you.
Nationalism or patriotism, both of which I find are utter bullshit.
I also call it isolationism.
Isolationism.
I've had some
Yes,
martini.
what both presidents during the wars said we should do.
Yep.
Yeah, Wilson was a fucking asshole.
Isolationism. I got it.
You did it.
I did it. It's almost gone.
So, anything else we want? Oh, so battling, which is really cool.
Yeah, I hate you.
So
Battling,
you roll dice, and it starts with 3 dice if you're right next to someone, and for every hex away from that person you lose a die. So,
also depending on what's in your way, if the force that you're attacking is hidden in the trees, you lose another die.
Yep.
If they're in a town,
You lose a die.
you lose a die.
If they are in a town and put sandbags up, you lose 2 dice.
I did that to you, and I still lost.
So yeah, I love how simple that rule is,
Yeah.
They could have made it so much more difficult, but it's just, you just take a die away for this, take a die away for that.
It's very straightforward, and this game is for ages of 8 and above. So it is made very simple.
And the instructions even say, like, if you're going to be teaching this in a class, we recommend that you have this out and that, and you can explain this. And so I thought that was just really cool.
Sounds like my dad would have loved this game.
Oh, he would have, for sure.
So this is an older game. This was released in 2004.
Yep.
I say older game. It's not like
In terms of board game standards, it is.
Yeah, and I wouldn't consider it an old game. During 2004, it was an international winner. The winner of the International Game Awards. The designer on this is Richard Borg, and
Published by Days of Wonder.
Yeah,
Same
Days of
guys who
Wonder.
make Ticket to Ride.
Yep. And, this thing is really, really neat.
Let's talk about components.
So components on this...
Get the dual-sided board.
You got the dual-sided
map in the
board,
countryside.
yep.
Or the beach in the countryside.
Excuse me. And what I was telling you is, when we were playing, like, this is the perfect game for your little green army men.
Yeah.
Like, basically, that's what this is.
I mean, that's what they even look like. They're
do. They're
smaller than the
miniature
traditional
army
army men.
Of course, to differentiate the sides, you have the green and your blue. Of course, the green is the Allies, blue is the Axis.
Yep.
And you can also differentiate them because the Allies are carrying M1 Garands.
Yep.
And the Axis are carrying MP40s.
Yep.
I'm sorry, there is no contest there. The M1 Garand has a much better range.
And it makes that fun bling sound when you're out of ammo.
Yeah, but I love that. Everyone's like, oh, you could tell. When you're in a firefight, you're not going to hear that fucking sound.
From what I learned on like through random YouTube historians and stuff is that they did though. They would listen for it and know when you're out of ammo.
Oh,
like
but there was also a trick where someone would have one round in there, make the ping, and then the other guys in the group would be like, all right, open.
Yeah. There are definitely tactics to
but
work around that.
But in a big scale thing like this, you wouldn't hear that. Not with all the gunfire.
True. Well, yeah, you'd be like near death by the end of a battle.
Yeah.
That's something that people just forget about is guns are loud.
What?
Exactly. So
Yeah.
I love action movies when they're like bam bam bam. Yeah, so anyway, like how can you hear him?
Mm-hmm. That's what I actually appreciated from the first episode of The Walking Dead, where he fires off the gun inside the tank.
Oh god,
and he
and
can't
hears
hear.
the ringing.
It's like, yep, you got it. And then they forget about it. The next episode, they're shooting guns off like crazy.
Well, see, that's the thing. That first season was great, and then I went, well,
Yeah.
you lost me now.
But I really like the fan theory. We're going off on tangent now, but
definitely.
the fan theory that the reason why zombies could sneak up on them all the time is because they couldn't
going
hear them.
Yeah.
So components.
Now these are plastic. All the figures are plastic. You even get
Little plastic tanks and cannons and sandbags.
sandbags. You even have the tank barricades. They're in there. We didn't use them because we weren't on the beach.
Oh, caltrops, yeah.
Caltrops, that's what they're called, yeah. The
Double-sided hex tiles.
Yep, the one thing that we didn't use for this game because we had the fan on and it kept blowing our cards around were you get 3 interlocking stands to hold your cards up.
Yep.
I tried and it just kept pushing my cards over.
Yeah, the instruction book recommends you use those for a classroom, or in a team game.
Okay.
So then you can talk to your teammate about which card you want to play next and things like that instead of trying to hold them between each other.
Yeah.
But I would not play this game in teams.
I would like to try to play it in a team.
I feel like it would just be 1 versus 1 and the other person's just kind of watching and making suggestions, you know? I can't imagine.
I don't know. We'll have to try it.
Yeah.
We'll have to try it sometime.
Anyways, so yeah, there are hex tiles that are double-sided and they make the landscape.
Yeah.
Like rivers and trees and hedges and towns and stuff like that. So
hills.
Yep.
So we came across one.
It's neat that they're double-sided because it reduces the amount of pieces that you need.
Right.
Pretty good quality plastic. Like they kind of lean a little some of the pieces, on their stands, but I mean, really, it's not bad.
Yeah, they're not going to topple over.
Nothing to complain about there. Yeah.
I'm a little sad we didn't get to use any of the artillery.
Yeah.
We didn't have anything to use artillery. We'll have to try that. So we'll have to try a scenario with the artillery next time.
Yep. So what works? Let's just go into that. I think we're done with components.
Yeah,
right?
we've pretty much got. Cards.
The cards are nice.
The cards, they're decent.
Artwork is good. I mean, the cards.
They're making fun of us.
Yeah.
I've seen worse.
Oh, the artwork is pretty neat. Like it's nothing to write home about, but it fits the game.
Yep.
What would you write?
I would write, wow, these cards are decent, and they fit the game wonderfully. So those cards are going to tell you what you do, and we kind of covered that already.
So why'd she jump
Oh, Jesus Christ, I don't care.
from a 6-story window? And why wasn't she hurt?
I don't know. I don't care.
But why?
I don't care!
Seems like he cares.
I know. He's getting pretty passionate about this.
I wish JB was here.
Yeah.
JB, if you're listening right now.
Why didn't she jump, JB?
JB, why didn't she jump? JB, do you want to play Beast?
I'm gonna go with no.
He's in Baltimore right now, and if he hears this, he's gonna be like, I fucking hate you.
So what worked?
Combat.
I love the combat in this.
The combat is great. The one component we forgot about, which is very big for your combat, is your dice.
Dice.
Those are wooden dice. They're painted.
And they're little, like they're not these big chunky ones. They're like
Nope.
these little wooden dice. And
Yep.
yeah, they're just a lot of fun to roll for
They
whatever
are.
reason.
Yeah.
We're like, "Ooh, this is great. I love this.
They're great to roll, and they feel nice in your hand. You don't feel like it's cheap. She's laughing at me.
I like how they laugh at us until they're behind the mic and they're like, "Oh, I love these dice." You know, like Dinosaur Island, for example. Yeah,
You love them too.
I did love them.
Nothing wrong with that.
He said he likes holding the wood in his hand and playing with it. That's why we're giggling.
Why did she jump?
I don't care. So what worked for you?
The command cards, the whole 3-section mechanism is really cool. Like ordering from the left flank, ordering from the right or the center. Like I thought that was just really clever.
I do like those. They piss me off sometimes because you won't have something for the card that you need. Like, hey, move all of your people in your center. I have nobody in the center.
Yeah, it would be kind of cool if it was like Scythe, you know, with an action selection, you know, and you slid a toker from like a toker, and you slid a token.
Are you also a joker?
What is
Midnight
it?
Midnight toker. So, but like if you slid a token from like left to center to right and things like that, because then you'd have more control over it, and maybe you'd have a card that could let you do the same one twice or something like that. I don't know.
I don't think that would work. I mean, it's best. I think it's best working with these, with the cards the way it is. I'm just saying it's frustrating at times.
Yeah.
It does really highlight the chaos that can go on the battlefield.
Yep. Yeah, you saw me earlier. I had 3 of my 4 cards just sitting on the table because
You couldn't use them.
yeah, they were all about the right flank, and I didn't have any troops in the right flank, so
Yeah.
I had 1 card I could play.
The last game, I tried to get my damn tanks out, but I didn't have any card to pull them out until like 4 or 5 turns in.
Yeah. So what else that works for me is how quick the game plays. We played 2 games in like an hour.
Yeah.
An hour 20 probably.
So our first game took the longest because we were trying to get rules down and everything, in order to comprehend everything.
Yeah. And that's including setup time, by the way, the time I gave. But
Yeah. First setup time was a little
longer.
Second setup time, we got it down pretty fast. What?
Did you turn your mic off?
No. We heard it all. How'd she survive?
I don't know. Give me a fucking cracker now. Oh, thank you. So even I could hear that in my my headphone. That was loud.
Now you know how to get cranked.
What else that works for me is something that you said, is that these pieces look and feel like little toy army men, and it makes me feel like I'm 5 again. Like moving these little guys around.
You are.
I mean, yeah, that's not, you're not wrong there.
No, it's what we were saying. We need those little those
The
little
sticks that slide dice around and chips around in Vegas. We need some of those. Just push the troops around. I slide this unit up here. You can 3D print little platforms to like fit them in, so they all just slide around as a group.
We gotta do that.
I know, right? Don't give me that look.
We should totally do that. Well, my troops will march this way, and
I'll fight them on the beaches, the land. Yeah.
I'm going to paint your gray pants blue. Anything else that works for you?
definitely the rules about terrain. How if your troops are in a certain section, how that you can use that to your advantage. Sometimes you get a big disadvantage, like if you move into a hedgerow, you can't move into a hedgerow unless you start your turn adjacent to it.
Yeah, so if you're 2 spaces away, you can't just run into a hedgerow.
You have to stop, and then your next turn you can move into it.
Yeah.
So those little rules are pretty neat.
What is that? It looks like a butt.
That is a butt.
Okay,
It is.
cool.
It's Mothman's butt.
Okay.
It is a mighty butt, for he is the mighty Mothman of West Point.
Very nice.
Is it West Point? No, it's... I don't know.
Crap.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head that doesn't work.
Oh, I have some.
Tell me.
1.
2.
3, 4, 5. No, we're not Mambo number 5 in this
No.
one? All right.
The hexes. They should have been single-sided. Because,
Okay.
like, it was way too hard to find all the river pieces for that first scenario. And, like, because there was, like, a town that also was a river piece, we had to, we had to take one of the towns that we had already put down, turn into a river, and then go searching through to find another town to put back to replace the town that we had.
You had to fiddle with the tiles?
Yes.
Oh, they're quick.
We definitely had to fiddle with the tiles a little bit.
Tiles are fiddly.
Yeah, but that was only the one thing.
Yeah, but, like, if it was all single-sided, then we could just, like... It'd be so much faster just... Because you could sort them by type, and you just, drop them out, and it'd be... I don't know. It'd raise costs a little bit, but not much, really.
Yeah, it also takes up more space.
That's true. But I don't know. There's got to be a better way.
That didn't bother me at all.
That bothered me. I had an issue with that. It was annoying.
Well,
Actually found a way that they differ.
you should get some tissues then. If you have issues.
That's right.
I mean, I got a lot of issues, but they're up here, not game stuff. What else?
The line of sight rules. I don't like that. I wish it would be easy, like more clear. Like Star Wars, the Star Wars game, Imperial Assault has easy line of sight rules. Very easy line of sight rules to follow. Where this, we're constantly questioning whether or not a shot was legit.
Okay,
not.
but remember, we've only played this game once or twice now.
That's true.
I don't think that's going to be a too big of a deal. That's just one little nuance we have to learn.
So
What else? What else didn't work? Come on, you have a bunch of them. What else?
I thought I had a bunch. Maybe it was just those two. I can't.
What's
think of
wrong?
any others right now.
What's that,
Who
Angie?
doesn't know what a bunch is?
Well, I guess not.
I can't count to a bunch.
I can't.
It's not noble education.
I swear I had more, but I just can't think of them right now.
They just kind of melted away.
Yeah.
Just fell out of your head.
With the rain. It was the water coming in.
Washed them all away.
Washed
Yeah.
it out his brain.
The leak in the basement. Well, it's not working for me
Coming
at
out
all.
of his head.
I think that's a problem with your house and not the game.
No, I think that's it. I guess it was just those two things that I had issues with.
It's gonna be okay.
Like the line of sight. Okay, I understand. Still not a game breaker for me. That's something we just have to learn.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all.
I also have an issue that the fact that there's just no challenge coming from the other player.
Fuck you.
Wow.
You are such an asshole.
Feel the tension in
I'm sorry. We can't all be like, oh, Dan shuffled the deck really well, and now I get air superiority. Fuck you, bitch.
Calm down, eat some fruit.
Anything. Now that we brought that up, anything that doesn't work for you?
You and your goddamn air superiority.
Not a safe space.
All right. Favorite moments from today?
I wouldn't say my favorite. My least favorite moment was having command of some tanks and then losing most of them before I can even get them out of the goddamn yard. You bastard. How about you? Oh, wait, no, I do have one favorite moment. Fucking you over by making sure all of my guys in your direct area had sandbags around them.
Oh my gosh. So, yeah, this game has some great storytelling moments to it,
Absolutely.
which is why I really wanted to start this podcast in the first place, is to talk about the stories that these games can tell. And this
We
one
really haven't done a lot.
This
of it
one
lately.
really tells a lot of stories. From me taking a bridge, you kicking me off, and me losing the bridge, and then I have to take it back again with one lone soldier. Just completely annihilating everyone in his path as he storms this bridge. Or in the second
Are
mission...
you sure his name wasn't Gene Kelly?
I was thinking Leroy Jenkins, but...
Well, you know that story about Gene Kelly, right? He was 18 years old when he signed up. He was in a battle. I think it was the Battle of the Bulge. He lost. He was in the tank division. Lost his tank. It was on fire. He got all of his guys evacuated. While a battalion was coming down on them, he got on the 50 cal and took out a shit ton of soldiers and actually saved everybody in his division.
That's cool.
They made a movie about it with him as himself.
Okay.
I really hope he didn't have bad PTSD, because that would fuck you up.
Yeah, right.
Like, hey, this was like a heroic moment, but one of the worst days of my life. Oh, hey, we're going to do this again. Action. Fuck.
I feel like your shirt was appropriate for this game.
I'm
Yeah.
judging your board game skills.
I'm silently judging your board game skills.
You're a dick.
I feel like that's true every week, though. So
That he's a dick? Yes, it is true.
Yeah. I'm usually the loser of these games, so...
Not usually. I mean,
I don't
how
know.
often do I win?
Libertalia.
Depends if Angie's playing.
I
'cause
said
then
that's
she
usually
wins.
only when I play.
Yeah, whenever Angie's playing, we lose.
It's because we focus on each other and we don't pay attention to her.
I know.
Story
We
of
gotta
my
stop
life.
that shit.
Yeah.
Story of my life.
I don't ignore you.
All right, I don't want to know what goes on.
Another favorite moment I have... So yeah, I really loved when I just dropped a bombing run on your troops and just took out quite
One
a
of
bit.
everybody
Yeah.
in each squad. You're an asshole.
It was awesome.
asshole.
It was fantastic. But yeah, you taking like certain points and then just digging in and dropping sandbags.
See, I got lucky. I got lucky to pick up that card.
That was-
of being able to.
Yeah.
Frustrating for you. I thought it was hilarious.
It was great. It was great because I'm like, how am I going to win this? Like, I'm already outnumbered almost 2-1. And
So, okay, so a lot of this is
then you did that crap.
is luck of the draw and
Roll
the luck
dice.
of your dice. That's all it comes down to.
Which is something that I will say could factor into what doesn't work is there's no dice mitigation. There's no way to, like a reroll or change a die to a different face, things like that. Like a lot of games with dice rolling as the main component, there are ways to get around bad rolls.
Right.
Not this game.
No, absolutely not. And I think that, as we've noticed, that really does even the playing field. I mean, I fucking outnumbered you on that last game, and you still kicked my ass because you had the better rolls.
Yeah.
Just end of story.
Were they more flaky or yeasty?
No, they were
Buttery.
pretty soft and buttery.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we were in France, so maybe they were croissant.
Or baguette.
Oh yeah.
All right, any other favorite moments or things like that we want to discuss?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you on the whole being able to take back the bridge.
That
was great.
That was such a great moment.
That was great. The few times I got to use my tank in the second mission, I enjoyed obliterating.
Oh, every time the tank moved, I'm like, oh crap.
I enjoyed obliterating the guys in the forest with the tank, and then rolling close to the town, and then pissing away everything because I couldn't get a fucking hit. And you destroyed me with a goddamn grenade. What the fuck?
Yep. You're welcome.
Asshole. It was my last tank, too. This is definitely one that needs to be revisited. I would like to try it with teams. I think that would be great. And again, I love the historical aspect of this.
Yeah.
I love being able to flip open a scenario and then getting the historical background on it and then playing it out.
Yeah.
You see video games that do this, but you don't see board games that do this very often.
And when you do, they're usually pretty bad games.
Yeah. This one is very enjoyable.
Yep. So I recommend this game 100%. This game is
Absolutely.
great. A lot of fun.
Absolutely. I think we should look at the expansions. Do they have any... I know you said that they've got an expansion for the Pacific Theater.
Mm-hmm.
But do they have anything with the Russians?
There's an equipment pack. Operation Overlord. Flight expansion.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, so if you do want to buy this, we did find the price online.
Pacific Theater. Winter Wars.
Okay, that's got to be the Russian.
The Ardennes Offensive. Mediterranean Theater.
Oh, that's awesome.
So that'd have like Northern Africa, I assume. Eastern Front, there it is.
Nice.
Dang, yeah. That's
So
pretty cool.
so the base game is, so you said it was 44 and change. What was the 44?
44.87.
87.
Oh, 44.86 Amazon Market. Miniature Market has it for $47.99. So, yeah, like the $45 range is what you're looking at to buy
All right.
this game. 45 to 50.
And how much are the expansions?
About 45. Yeah.
Okay. Because I assume that would be its own kit, its own...
Looks like it, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, from what I'm gathering here. So, you get your money's worth, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
There are a lot of scenarios in that one box, and several boxes of it with more scenarios. Pretty awesome.
Yeah, this is definitely something that you can use as a teaching aid if you're learning about World War II.
So, why...
I don't know and I don't care.
Well, okay, why would anyone jump out a window?
Because they didn't like their lot in life.
Yes. So, how would she survive?
Her name was Selena Kyle. She jumped out the window and she ended up falling through the... What are those things called? The awning, like Batman Returns.
No. She's up on the windowsill. She's gonna jump. Then she decides not to, and she jumps backwards into the apartment.
That was fucking stupid. God damn you. That was fucking stupid. I like my Batman Returns one better. My next thought was she jumped in kitty litter.
Maybe there's a litter box under the windowsill, and she jumped backward into the kitty litter. You don't know. Maybe you're right.
Must have been hell to clean up.
Yeah.
God damn it. That was dumb.
All right, everyone. That'll do it for this week. Thank you very much for listening. Congrats to Luke on winning the t-shirt giveaway with the button, the pin, the magnet,
Bag.
Yeah, I heard butt.
Sign.
the
Did
bag,
he win a
the
butt?
sign,
Bag.
all that.
He won a butt.
He won the butt.
All right.
So, thank you, everyone, for just sticking with us and joining in the giveaway and all the support that we've got. All right, thanks a lot, everyone, and we will talk to you next week. Bye.
Bye.